Hello, basketball fans. I'm Travis McCurdy here from the renovated Bennett Sports Center, previewing the 2015 Northwood men's basketball team. Joined now by head coach Jeff Rekeweg. And coach, you guys have as usual, a mix of youth and experience, but on paper you should have one of the very best backcourts in the league, no doubt.
Well, you're right. If we're doing things right recruiting-wise, and if we're going through the classes the way we hope that it goes through, you don't ever have a year that you call a rebuilding year. You may be reloading or recycling guys as they're coming through, but I feel like we do have a good mixture, and certainly very optimistic about our backcourt. And those are the guys that gets everything going for us. It starts it on the defensive end, and then on the offensive end, obviously distributing and making things happen.
Well, the two main cogs in that backcourt are Maurice Jones and Dylan Langcable, both of which are all GLIAC performers last year. And so far, through early practices, they both look really good right now.
The thing that I've been most pleased with is their leadership in the workouts and their consistent leadership. And Maurice in particular, from last year to this year, has been really, really good on his effort, consistent effort. Dylan, they call the machine because he's always that way. He's been a little bit better on the vocal side of things, which for him is getting out of his comfort zone. But very pleased with those guys. And Jermaine Myers obviously played a lot of minutes for us last year. Will be a big part of that. And then obviously our new additions too.
Yeah, those three really, any of those three would start on pretty much any team. But on this team right now, one of those guys might not start, which is going to mean that there's going to need to be some sacrifice. But so far, things have looked really good in that area.
Right, and we've talked about that. We feel like we have the most depth and talent depth that we've ever had, and that we're going to be able to rotate guys. We feel like we have 11 guys that can play. So whether it's Jermaine, Dylan, whoever it may be that would be coming off the bench on that second group, they understand there's a purpose for it, reason for it, and that we need leadership in that second group. So right now the mentality's been good. We've had one exhibition game where we've worked that kind of rotation, and it seemed to work out pretty well.
You look at your team this year up front, though, that's really going to be where Will Bowles is a big loss. That's the main player that you lost from a year ago. You're not necessarily going to replace him, but how do you try to replicate that kind of production at that position?
Well, that's tough because you don't just replace a first team all GLIAC guy and somebody that really for their career shot 60% and ran the floor as well as he did, finished as well as he did, rebounded as well as he did. There's a lot to fill in there. So I don't know that we do it this year with one guy. PJ brings the athleticism, obviously has more strength, but PJ Weaver brings that athleticism part of it to us. And then I think it's by committee with the rest of the guys, whether it's Charlie Ryan, who's sophomore, Zach Allred, incoming freshman, Brad Schaub will play a little bit of that. Obviously Matt Krall has another year of experience, and Casey Boyle, a senior, 6'9" kid, different player. Yeah. But we'll be playing at that 5 spot for us.
You mentioned briefly some of those newcomers. Talk about some of the kids that maybe Northwood fans haven't seen in the past that are going to contribute this season.
Well, I think we have 3 guys in particular. If you want to look at the backcourt, Jarrell Woolridge, who we recruited out of high school, went to St. Vincent St. Mary's, but needed to get some things taken care of academically, so was at a junior college for a year. He's come in and he's been great competition for Mo. Another not a very big guy, but really good quickness, pretty good court savvy, has done a nice job, and he'll play. Brad Schaub, again, another guy, young man that we recruited out of high school, went to UMass Lowell for a year, wanted to get back closer to home and more at this level. And anyway, Brad will bring a lot. He already has, as far as personality, the team chemistry, those kind of things. And then freshman Zach Allred from West Bloomfield, 6'7", pretty athletic young man, great core awareness, very good passer, a big guy that, for those that remember Wes Wilcox that played for us, was a really good passer as a big man, and Zach is that, more athletic than Wes, and can shoot it pretty consistently. So I think those three would be the main ones.
Well, Coach, season's coming up quickly here, and so far so good. Good luck this season.
Thanks, Travis. Appreciate it.